This is gonna be a day of just random knickknacks and do-wags that need to get done that haven't been done. So let's get into it now. We're gonna start with the oil change. So also doing this oil change, I'm going to do a Blackstone oil analysis because right now I'm at 199,697. So close enough to 200,000 miles for me, and we'll figure out if the motor is still in good shape. If you don't know, I have the Famuto oil drain valve. So it just has a lever. You open it up and it drains the oil. Now that majority of the oil is drained, we're just gonna take our little lever, close it back in there. Now one thing I will say is that while you're under the car, go ahead and take a look. So it looks like the oil pan may be seeping oil a little bit. Passenger side axle looks good. Dry on both boots, so that's good. Driver side axle, it was wet over here. It's wet. Inner boot is leaking oil. It looks like it's seeping through the beginning. Maybe it's not clamped tight enough. Outer boot is looking good. Sway bar mount, or whatever the thing is called, is the top boot is bad. Looks like. I can't tell if the bottom boot is bad. But overall, you know, got some battle scars. It looks like my oil pan took a slight hit, but overall it looks good under here. You know, you have to make sure that you're keeping tabs on your car to catch stuff before it gets bad. The new oil filter is already pre-filled with oil. Oh, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. Oh, never get old, guys, never get old. Voila, 207,000 ish. All right, it seems my camera audio died. Ski a little voiceover. So now we're going to move to the under tray. I need to fill this gap in between these two panels, and we can see we need to fix that tab there with a little bit of glue. We need to fix that there with a little bit of glue. I don't know why I was pointing at these holes. I don't remember. But we're going to use material from that helmet to patch up on the tray. So let's get to it with a little bit of this 5-minute epoxy. We're going to mix it up, dip it in there, dab it in there. And then we're going to hope that it holds. And then we're going to cut up the helmet that I just showed you. We're going to cut a little piece, fill that in. We're going to get the plastic welder, try to do some repairs to it. And we're going to see how it holds up. And we're going to see how it turns out. So let's get to cutting, dipping, and diving. And let's get to shifting and jiving. And let's see how this turns out. Here I have my plastic welder gun with my S-clip. So the plastic piece that I cut from the welder helmet did not stick. So I'm going to reinforce it with a couple of these S-hooks, and it should make it pretty strong. So I'm going to show y'all how I do that now, and hopefully it holds up. All right, let's give that 5-minute epoxy a few minutes to dry. But until then, let's grab these T10 bulbs and let's get the inside corner light bulb replaced. This is the old bulb that was not working, as well as the license plate tag bulb that's not working. And as you see, when I try to remove it, it kind of immediately comes on. But since we're in here, we're going to go ahead and switch it out with the new bulb. So we're going to get that put back in place and make sure that the color temperature on both of them match. And I think that's a pretty good match between the new bulb and the old bulb. And now let's get to replacing the license plate tag light that is out as well. So I have a video on how to replace this, and I can put it up at the top. But you can see when we pull it off that the top of the LED bulb just kind of flops out. So let's get the bottom broken piece out. Let's get the new bulb in. My switch has timed out, so I'm going to go in the car, turn the switch back on. We see it works. We're going to throw the lens back on. But as you can tell, the new bulb and the old bulb are different color temps, so we can't have that going on. So let's go ahead and replace the second one, so that way our license plate tag bulb light color temperatures match. And once that's in there, we put the lens back on it. We should be good to go. That I will say that it does make a big difference when all your stuff works. When it works how it's supposed to, it's so much better. Let's move to the under tray, and then we should be done for the day. All right, guys. So as of right now, the under tray is on. It is all bolted up. I realized that I'm missing a couple of mounting points. Like there's a mounting point there that's completely missing. There's a mounting point. Where is it supposed to be? I think it's supposed to be like right there. That's completely missing. This repair, I think I was upside down. Hold on. This fix is too far back, so it's sagging a little bit. So we'll see how long before I rip that off. But other than that, it's all good to go. The only bolts I could find that fit were Allen head bolts, and those are not the best decision, but that's all I had. And I would lie and say that I'm going to come back and fix it, but I'm not. So yeah, I will fight those and probably strip them out if I ever have to remove this. So that is it for all of my proposed plans that I started with today, which is pretty good. I got everything done. The last thing that I want to do is, and I noticed when I took pictures the other day, my tips are off. Like this one is hanging sloped down, and they're also not equally adjusted out of the rear diffuser. So I'm gonna get it off the ramps. Well, actually I might do it on the ramps. I'm gonna see if I can adjust these, bring this one out, and then bring this one up. Like I said, because it's sloping down and it looks weird, where that one is tucking up way tighter. And it's also a little crooked too. All right, and that looks a whole lot better. And all we're gonna do on this one is bring it out a tad to where it kind of matches that one. All right, so I guess I cut the pipe a little short when I cut the factory exhaust tips off, so actually it can't come out anymore. So I tried to push this one in, so this one is pushed in a little bit more, so now they both should match for the most part on poke and on angle. So I did all my projects plus fixed my tips, so now the back of the car should look mint. The under tray is on. I changed the oil, replaced the 2 burnt out LED bulbs. This thing should be good to go for another 100,000 miles. Well, another 7,500 until the next oil change. So this is all I have for today. Like I said, sometimes you don't have any big projects, you just have a bunch of little projects that you need to get done, and that's what today was. You know, it's not always replacing, you know, major components. Sometimes it's just oil change and just little stuff that has been popping up here and there. So this is for those lot of little moments that need to get done, but make sure you do them before it adds up to a big moment. So guys and gals, the 2% of gals that are watching, and to the 20% of my viewers that actually subscribe to the channel, I appreciate all of y'all, whether y'all are subscribed or not. But if it does help you, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking this video if you like this type of content. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.